Time now for Coffee with the Coach, live at Tim Hortons with head coach and general manager Kevin Hasselberg. And another exciting weekend of hockey at the Memorial Arena. Two big games, a big one against the Camrose Kodiaks because, of course, they're trying to chase us in the standings. And a very good matchup between these two teams. You could tell that both teams wanted to win.
Yeah, obviously as a coach, you're motivating your players to seek different things. For us, it's about attacking small portions of our game and trying to seek improvement in that, and the players did a tremendous job of that all weekend. And with Camrose, I'm sure the target goal was to catch us in the standings. So, with the two victories this past weekend, combined with the Camrose loss, I think we're comfortably in third place now, and we actually probably have our first round opponent locked up.
Yeah, and speaking of that first round opponent, it came up against on Sunday, and that looks like it's going to be the Olds Grizzlies, and a very dominating game, I thought, right from the drop of the puck. Drumheller Dragons took it to Olds right from the start all the way to the end. Yeah,
our guys were feeling it, I guess, if you want to call it that. You know what makes this group special is they didn't get caught, like your typical team will get caught in the moment and see the standings and maybe play with the foot off the gas pedal a little bit. And our guys stayed focused on the things that they felt they needed to improve, and we've seen improvements in each area. The back end, our defense wanted to get shots through and produce more offense from the blue line, and they did a phenomenal job of that from one night to the next. As a group, our players wanted to manage pucks better than we did previous games, and they really care about the little details that bring about success. And I think when you see a dominating performance like that against a team that's pushed us, that's played us hard, and their goaltenders played extremely well against us, as he did last night. It's just promising, and your guys are checked in and they're ready to go. And just like us as a coaching staff and the community, we can't wait for playoffs.
Yeah, it's getting to that feeling already, right in the rink. There's not many home games left. Only 2 remaining on the schedule here at the Memorial Arena. Not many games left in the schedule as well. But one thing I want to talk about those 2 games as well. We always focus on offense, and that's just I watch the offense a lot. But it was a very good defensive game for the Drumheller Dragons, giving up only 1 goal against the Kodiaks and no goals against the Olds Grizzlies. 2 stellar performances, not just by the goaltenders, but by your defense as well.
Yeah, that's part of the commitment process that we talked about in the answer to the first question, Jason, is the details and how our guys are paying attention to those details. They're accepting ownership of those details, and they're holding each other accountable when those details slip. So you're always going to make mistakes. The game's full of it. It happens so fast that you kind of got to embrace those mistakes as learning opportunities, and that's what our guys are doing. So they care deeply, and the passion comes out in the bench sometimes. Guys want to be difference makers, and if they don't feel like they're contributing, they're going to feel it. They're going to get upset, but then they check. They check themselves, they check their egos, and they hit the reset button, and then it's back to work again. So that's a credit to the leadership. They've done a phenomenal job, and yeah. So you allude to can't wait for the playoffs, and when you're in the game for extended periods of time, it's almost like you just want to slow everything down a little bit, and the playoffs can wait. Yeah. We want to enjoy these moments and enjoy these games and enjoy our time together, and the playoffs will get here when they get here, and when they do, I know this group will be ready.
And we talk about moments, and a lot of it's all about what team, which is fantastic. But you've also got some individuals that are really attaining some pretty cool goals this year. You've got Eric Martin yesterday, 6 points. He was involved with every single goal yesterday. That's only the second Dragon that I know of that's able to do that. You got Brady Risk, who gets his 3rd hat trick of the season. You start looking at some of these individuals that are really attaining some of their goals that they may not have even expected to get there this year.
Yeah, shout out to Ron Bell for identifying some of those stats, and never mind just 6 points. It's great. I mean, wow. And the goal he scored against Camrose was something special to sit and watch. So Bemidji State's really got a special player there, and what makes a lot of people don't know this, but Eric Martin was the 3rd lowest paid player on our roster last night, meaning there was only 2 other players on the team that played less minutes than him. he only played 12 minutes. And that's a point every 2 minutes that he was able to contribute last night. And here's what makes him special. In a 60-minute hockey game, your leading scorer didn't blink an eye, didn't care, just loved the fact that the team won. And, you know, he goes out and contributes 6 points. And somebody else scores, you'll never see anybody on the bench celebrate more passionately and excitedly than Eric Martin. And he's just a consummate team guy. And he loves his teammates. He loves contributing to the team cause. And it's no surprise that he's going to Bemidji State. They got a diamond there. And then with Risky, same thing. You know, you can make the same comparables as with all the guys. But just a happy guy to be in the lineup, and you've seen that happiness come through. Loves to score goals. Hasn't always been the case, and here he's going to leave his jersey in a better place than anybody else has left it. He's got a legacy that he's going to leave behind, and whoever wears that jersey next year has got big shoes to fill.
You bet. You bet. I totally agree with you on that one, Kevin. 2 more points I want to make. First of all, we got to look ahead. Big weekend again this weekend. Canmore Eagles here on Friday, and then Okotoks Oilers on Saturday. The big test will be, actually both of them will be a big test because Canmore beat Brooks the other night, so they're going to be ready to go. And again, the Okotoks Oilers, who are sitting right now top of the league right now, should be an exciting weekend of hockey this weekend.
Yeah, absolutely. Every weekend is feeling that. You know, last weekend there was some implications with regards to standings and standing watchings, and you know, Okotoks is a big game. They want to hold on to that top seed, and Brooks is starting to find their mojo again after suffering a few losses here. And Canmore, not only they beat Brooks, they knocked off Okotoks as well in an overtime game. So, you know, everybody's ramping up and trying to play their best hockey when it matters most, and that's right around the corner of the playoff time. So, and you know, you hate to remember the past, but we remember it for the right reason. And Canmore knocked us out of the playoffs last year in a year where there was high hopes, and we faced some adversity, and they became the better team that night. So we're excited to play these games. I know every game matters for us, and an opportunity to get better, and these two opponents are definitely going to be worthy and very difficult opponents for us to compete with.
And our final comment is congratulations goes to you. New 3-year contract is signed with the Dragons. How excited are you to see the program continue for another 3 years?
You know, you're always being evaluated, and your evaluation is based on success, and I don't think I've proved myself here yet after 3 seasons, and maybe that's not you know, that's not where I want to be. I want to make sure that, you know, whatever we do here as a family, that you know, we leave our mark and we leave our position in a better place than it's ever been, and that's always been our goal for our players, but it's also our goal as a staff as well. So, you know, after 3 years, I haven't proven myself, and I'm going to take the next 3 years to make sure that I do a better job than I did the first 3.
Well, I'll disagree with you on that, but that's being said, thanks again for another Coffee with the Coach.
Yeah, always appreciate it, Jason.